30 seconds to countdown. Standing by for an answer cue. 60 seconds good. Sound is good. Stand by for the countdown.
Copy 5-5.
5, 4, 3.
And a very good morning to you all. Welcome to Safari TV. My name is Jade and I'll be presenting the morning start today with Tasman on camera and Mark in final control directing the show today. And we're going to head out in what looks like a very, very overcast day here at Djuma Game Reserve. And we may get a little bit of rain, so we're going to have to keep an eye on it. And of course, as per usual, that if we do get a bit of rain, we've got to be able to get back to camp and put the gunda under the roof. But for now, we're going to head out and see if we can follow up. I've got a bit of a plan for the morning. We're going to go and see if we can do this still on his kill. Fortunately, we have to go all the way around. We can't just go past Gowrie Dam for that. But yeah, we're going to go down Kundams Road, head up Vulture's Nest and see what we can find for the morning. So join us for the next 3 hours. Let's see what Mother Nature produces for us today. So Mark, I just put my earpiece in now. Didn't you hear that? Yeah, that's affirmative. Alrighty. Good morning, mobile stations. Right. So we had a bit of rain last night. Doesn't look like too much. Looks like there's the top layer of about half a centimetre of moisture on top of the sand, and you just pick that off and it's dry sand underneath, so it just shows that it was a bit of a light drizzle, nothing too much, but of course this could come again. Looks like the rain is not over. Today was forecast for 30% chance again. 30% is not a lot, but not a lot of chance, but yeah, we've always got to keep an eye out for it. The smells actually this morning are absolutely fantastic. Nothing quite like a bit of rain. She settled the dust. And it gives you this something that you can't really explain. But it's, oh, that's amazing. Certainly Induna falling in line with finding or making his own kill currently yesterday, or what it looks like the day before yesterday at least. Haven't seen Rishu for a couple of days. Induna's been in the spotlight for quite a few of the days. Karula apparently had her kill stolen by what was possibly Floppy Ear. Apparently Mark's saying she is heavily set, possibly lactating, meaning either she is about to pop, in layman's terms. got some fresh rhino tracks on Vuertel access just outside the turn-off to Staff Village, where we are, and heading straight down towards Gowrie Dam. And it looks like it was before the rain, so possibly early last night. Folks, if you have any questions for us as we drive around here today, please send them through to finalcontrol@safari.tv. Any bush related questions? Hyenas. We've been hearing the hyenas call quite a bit last night. This morning they've been calling, possibly rallying the rest of the troops together. Who knows? The Duna's kill is safe up a tree. Just hoping Duna is safe up a tree. The hyenas are making their way there. Going past Chelapan, and of course Chelapan now being pretty much an almost dry previous mud wallow. Just see a little bit of dark mud, nothing, no real water to speak of. So the only major water that we have now on Western Gowrie are the 4 dams: Treehouse Dam, Twin Dams, Gowrie Dam, Buffelshoek Dam, and the only other water that sort of know, there's a very, very, very small amount that could possibly be mud now, was that on Central Road very close to where Duna has made his kill. Don't know if there's other bits of water on any other drainage lines. Haven't seen any, but there's still a lot of uncharted territories that we haven't seen. Could be, but no, don't know. Chilly here this morning. Once again got the big jacket on. Might actually put the gloves on. His fingers are feeling a touch on the cold side. Another temperature of about around about 10 degrees, 12 degrees, somewhere around there. Just coming out to Vulture's Nest now. One thing about having rain like this and tracking, certainly just at the point where it's not too much that it will pretty much flatten any tracks or wash away any tracks. This is such light rain that you would still be able to see any tracks, and if an animal walks after the rain, it leaves quite a nice imprint. You'll be able to age the track and follow it quite nicely. Tracking, of course, is being a subject that just before Patrick left we discussed on Fireside Chat. Something that I would say that it's almost something that not one person is exactly the same at. It's a skill, it's a honed skill that no two people have the same of. You can imagine that in every different place that each guy that works in is part of a mold that makes them the tracker that they are. And no two guys has ever done the same path, been in the same path than anyone else. The signs or tracks of any other big animals. Mark, where were those elephants yesterday that you heard of? Were they on Western Gowrie? Okay, thank you. Right, elephants around central Drakensberg Road Junction, so heading south. So we'll often make our way there and head south on Drakensberg Drive. Go towards Mamba Road, sort of do a zigzag, see if we can find the tracks. Mr. Duna's not around. Like a rider, but was a push. Alright, we're just about down at the dip. We'll be there shortly. With the amount of kill that is apparently left, should be around. Ooh, porcupine dung in the road. Oh, they're quite fresh. I've not seen a porcupine here. I've had a few rare sightings in the last couple of weeks we've had... Mark, I don't know if you were here when we had ostrich. Did you hear about the ostrich? Yeah, we had a female ostrich on Philemon's cutler. Very interesting. Yeah. We had found a honey badger, mom and youngster on Leadwood Road. And of course the 3 cheetah that came through the area. All we need now is porcupine, aardvark, pangolin. Not a difficult list. Yeah. Okay, we're coming down to the dip. Okay, so let's have a look for tracks. Alright. Okay, I see the Leadwood Mark was talking about. Smell something. Let's try and look around for. To look around you very carefully.
Good morning, mobile. And update. Hello.
I don't know if I see him yet. Yeah, spotted him. He's lying just at the base there, on the right. He's lying at the base of the bank, a bit further in now. There he is, beautiful cat. Our best option, yeah, blending in so amazingly here. There's a flat cat here. No kill anywhere at the moment. Can you see anything? Good morning stations, Jared Mobile from Safari TV. Managed to relocate on one of my people on my daughter Ingrid here just off Central Road, Lalapanzi. No problem, copy that. Trying to see where you might have hoisted this kill, but all these trees are empty. All these trees are absolutely empty. I mean, it's possible that he's managed to feed on quite a bit. But don't see anything. Oh, there it is. Sure. My goodness, look at that. That is, it's on the other side of this huge acacia from us here. And I've just, what looks like an actual branch is the legs. Wow, look at that. That is well hidden by Nduna. Well done. That is very well hidden. You see that, okay? Just off here, you see where this branch has come down, with those broken branches down, just to the left of it. There's bits of branches sticking out. That, the branch that's hanging down, the small branch, that's an actual, those are legs. I don't know if I can try and get in here a little bit better. I'll try. Let me try and just take position. Yeah, load of them. No, look where I'm pointing. No, it's only about 2 meters above the ground, just above this fork of the tree. There you see the leg on the top of the screen now. Just looks like branches that are part of a broken branch. There it is. Just see the head, and then the two things hanging down are the legs. Not much left of this at all. Looks like quite a small duiker. And a male duiker to boot. Have a look at that camouflage, eh? And he's lying, we're sitting about, must be about 80 meters now. Maybe, no, about 50, 60 meters from Central Road, just in the dip. And just behind a few bushes, and you could drive past here and not see this any given day. I've always said, you know, it makes you wonder as to how many sightings we actually drive past, how many kills we don't see. Looks like he's got a nice little comfortable spot. No reason for him to move. And it's in a better spot than, apparently it was in a leadwood that wasn't very good for him to be able to try and feed on this kill while it was hoisted. Now he's got a bit of a better position, a bit of a bigger tree. Nice sized robusta or ankle thorn. Beautiful robusta, this acacia. Folks, please send in your questions as we sit here this morning, and hopefully we have a bit more luck in terms of other game today. Yesterday morning was also pretty quiet around Western Gowrie, besides for Karula. She didn't manage to hoist her kill before her kill got stolen by a hyena. Okay. So who's... Hello, Betty. Betty's just asking about the hyena den and the cubs. Any updates? Betty, I've gone through there a couple of times. Becky. Ah, thank you. Sorry, Becky. Becky, I've been there a few times, but no signs of any movement around the possible den. Did find quite a bit of hyena tracks and a drag mark. Drag mark being something that these hyenas must have killed and walked with it, dragging it, and left this huge long trail drag mark along the fire break and headed straight towards the den site. Well, I say the den site, the possible den site. But haven't seen hyenas hanging around there. You can see it from the road, and when we go past on the fire break, I tend to have a look with binoculars. I don't want to go in and make this permanent two-track every time we want to have a look at the den. So, but no hyena spotted in or around that area of late. Might give it a go this morning, see if we end up in an area, if we aren't sidetracked by the animals. But yeah, I'll go and have a look and follow up there. But as I said, no signs. Also had a drag mark and a lot of hyena tracks. After the kill was made, the lion kill on the buffalo just off Weaver's Nest, found a drag mark from whatever, a piece of the buffalo on Weaver's Nest heading south, quite far down, almost towards Gowrie Main, and then disappear into the buck, just between Weaver's Nest and Twin Dams Road. A lot of hyena tracks, a drag mark that leads straight into there. Not sure if it was just led into there so they can go and feed on it, but why drag it all the way, about a kilometre or so away from the kill site, and a whole lot of tracks heading into the same direction. So a possible den site somewhere else down in the south that we don't know of, but no clear signs and no evidence just yet. What do you see in Duma? He looks very lethargic at the moment, very tired. One look up, heard something, or whatever it may be, make sure it's nothing, and head down again. Also, like Karula yesterday, with the weather certainly benefiting them to be able to do this. They don't have to find any shade. We had a very hot day, a couple of hot days before this possible front has come through. We had a day of 37 degrees Celsius here, another day of 35.
Morning, Aubrey. Bengala system stays here, and also they brought a little bit out of the road now, the studio operation. Also the finger from Senkai and the overning the development.
We take it for granted that we're getting to see these leopards. So amazing. We've had leopard every day. Let me just think back. I guess it yesterday, the day before. I'm trying to remember back now. Sure. We had Nduna at Treehouse Dam. Okay. Hello, Connie. What is he seeing that we're hearing? Connie, well, the only reason why we know it's Nduna is we knew that this was his kill because he was here last night. Could very well have been chased away and been another leopard. But once we got here, could certainly see by his face that this is Nduna. By his demeanor, by his behavior, certainly getting to know them quite well now.
Also, a public from on approaching the Atlantic boundary, just maybe 10 meters inside the district of the Atlantic area. So, looking for crossing the path, you can go there to book a book.
And little guys coming out now. Yeah, Ephraim, you can make your way here. Just myself at the moment. Andrew is still making his way in, and you can be fed in the position. Yeah, so it's not, Connie, it's not that we knew for sure that this was Nduna as soon as we saw a leopard, saw the leopard lying flat. But we know that he was here last night with this Dacre kill. And once we got here, could definitely identify him and confirm that it was Nduna. That's in the last time that he was seen. He was seen where he made that impala kill just outside room 1 here at Voetel Lodge at Gari Dam. That was the last time he was seen. And nice for everyone is that he looks like he's possibly setting up territory very right next door to, or pretty much where Karula has made her territory, which is quite nice. It does extend up into Buffelshoek. We saw him at Tamboti Dam not too long ago. Don't know how far into Buffelshoek he does extend into. This is such a nice way to be able to start a day here in the Sabi Sands with the sort of animal that everyone reveres as obviously the pinnacle animal here in the Sabi Sands, the leopard. Sabi Sands certainly is known to be the place of leopards, and an area that not a lot of people, not that they don't know about, but an area that a lot of people aren't really aware of, and is such a hidden treasure that I've seen is the Timbavati. I know Michael will agree that Timbavati is just an exceptional place. I've experienced it a few times. I've got a friend who works up in that area, and just sort of update on some of the photos that he's taken from there. I mean, we've got the white lions that are you don't find them naturally too many other places. Amazing wildlife. Leopard, wild dog, lion sightings are amazing. Timavati is truly an exceptional reserve. Very, very close to each other. Of course, Sabi Sands is literally just south of the Timavati, with I think a couple of villages just separating the two. Okay, we've got another vehicle coming in. Try and direct it. But Andrew just making his way into the sighting now. How's it, Andrew? Alright, thanks. Look at that eye here. You think he's fast asleep and wouldn't be aware of his surroundings, but I tell you, it takes a split second and he'll be up, and he is very aware. They tend to sleep and relax, but those ears are still picking up sounds. And if he needs to, he can get up that tree within a second. You can see with the vehicle in the same shot as in Duna. We are sitting about 8 feet from him. And there's not too many leopards that are this willing to and this relaxed around vehicles, with moving vehicles around him. Yambila Yodan is certainly not as relaxed. With two vehicles, he doesn't stick around. One vehicle he's fine, with two vehicles he just does not like at all, and he wouldn't be this relaxed. Karula is pretty chilled. We saw her yesterday with 3 vehicles around her, not a care in the world. A cat that I haven't really experienced too much and seen a lot of is Mafufunyan. I've seen him on the odd occasion, but only with a maximum of 2 vehicles, I think it was, in that sighting. I've seen him, I think, twice. I think it's twice, if I remember correctly. Both times around Treehouse Dam. Yeah, go ahead, Ed. Yeah, copy. Just myself and Andrew. Just trying to think of all the leopards that we've seen here. Certainly it's the 3, Karula and the 2 boys, that are the most relaxed around vehicles. Then there is Yambila Yodan, which 1 vehicle fine, 2 vehicles not. Mofofinyan was completely fine with one vehicle. Two vehicles, he was okay. Not like to the extent like with Nduna or Karula. Have seen Saseka. I've seen her once. I was up on Ledwood Road. She was just on a mission, so I couldn't really tell whether she was very relaxed with other vehicles or not. So certainly don't know there. I saw Whiteclough, I think just about a month before she was killed. Man, she was a beautiful leopard. Had a very different face. A very, very different face to any other leopard that we've seen. Her eyes were just in a sort of at a different slant, and quite easy to identify. And she was a beautiful cat, and she was so relaxed. I remember we found her up a marula tree just south of Inga's house, sort of late afternoon, and we had 2 or 3 vehicles around, and she just looked over us as if we weren't even there. I remember seeing Whitecloth's cub, but that was in a bit of sort of a different situation where we found 2 leopards at Twin Dams. It was Karula and another leopard. We thought, it was one of the boys. It was well hidden in the bush, and Karula just had this unusual behavior, and she was very alert, and she was staring at this other cat. We couldn't see if it was a male or a female in the beginning, and then this leopard got up and moved around the bush, saw it was a male, and immediately we thought, it must be Misha and Duna. But after realizing the behavior of Karula, and she tried to move closer and was very, very sort of apprehensive, and then realized that it was Whitecloth's cub. Still to be named. We of course don't know, or don't have a name for it just yet. And know that he is not relaxed. Saw him a couple of times, and he is not a relaxed cat. Dit was het maar voor vinden. Managed to see a couple of other leopards up in Buffelshoek. Remember seeing, what's his name, Mvula, which is a huge male leopard. Spurfowl's not a happy spurfowl at the moment. Alright, okay. Spurfowl's making a hasty retreat. Sure. And Duna's not happy with these birds. They're keeping him from sleeping. You can see his ears are constantly alert. Okay. Hello Marla. Marla is asking to compare the sizes of jaguars to leopards. Jaguars being much larger than our African counterpart here, Marla. You know, it's difficult. Just trying to, you know, a big male leopard, you're probably looking at a large male, probably looking at about 80 kilograms. It's a good sized male leopard. I don't know the exact weight of a fully grown male jaguar. You know, I'd have to be corrected, but just by from the pictures and what have all that from that I've seen, probably looking at maybe 90 to 100 kilos. Yeah, I'd have to confirm with you, Marla. I'm not too sure. I don't know the exact dimensions of the jaguars. Never seen one before. Have only seen pictures, so don't have exact dimensions and all the rest of it for jaguars. But I do know that they are bigger. Sounds like there's some cheetah found down in Cheetah Plains or near in Coral. Okay. Hello Leslie. And Leslie just asking what happened to Whitecloth and where is Mishu? Do we know the whereabouts of Mishu? Leslie, I have no idea where Mishu is. I have no idea. I haven't seen him for about what must be when was he was last seen last week with Induna at his kill, but subsequently after that no one's seen him. Don't know. There's no telemetry or anything like that, so we can't follow these animals and we don't stay with them day in and day out, so we can't, it's impossible to do that. Whitecloth got killed by, I think it was one of the, I can't remember if it was a male leopard or a male lion. I can't remember now. Was it leopard? Yeah. I can't remember exactly, but I know it was a male of the species of the leopard line, but most probably one of the male leopards that killed her. And don't know why it wasn't done on our property, so can't tell you about that. I think it happened down south. All we heard was that they found her, and I don't think anyone actually saw it, but it was assumed that she was killed by a male leopard. A lot of things happen down in the south that, because we do not traverse and we only base our knowledge on stories or information being passed from person to person, and often, with broken telephone, what happens where one story gets embellished a little bit, and what was probably a little scrap between two lions was a huge, massive fight, and was the fight of the decade. So we can't always take in account just a few stories that we hear down the line. So until we actually see it, can we only really tell you exactly what happened. Otherwise, it's basic speculation and stories that we've heard. So the story we heard, she got killed by a male leopard. We don't know why. We don't know how it happened or anything like that, but that's what we heard. You know, the whole fisherman and the size of his fish. What initially his first story is, the fish is so big, and by the 10th time he's told, or the 10th person he's told, the fish has grown 10 times in size. So alright folks, I think what we'll do is we'll probably stay for another 10 minutes and then we'll see if we can head out and about, see if we can follow up. Apparently there's a rhino on around Chitakatla and with junction Katla, so might can have a look around there, and then also follow up on the possible elephant movement from yesterday. And those guys could be anywhere by now. They could be down at Mala Mala, who knows. But we'll follow up and see if we can see anything. Yeah, I think Induna's going to be here for most of the day. If this weather's going to stay like this, which it looks like it is, he's got, percentage-wise, probably looking at about 10% of a kill left. Not much. Sure, how's it for? Sure. Wow. Thanks, Jennifer. Oh, that's pretty huge. Jennifer saying that male jaguars can get up to 159 kilograms. Wow, that's much bigger than I thought. That's the size of a lioness. Sure. That's double the size of what a male leopard can get. Double. That is huge. Thanks, Jennifer. Wow. Yeah. Just trying to picture a leopard of that size that would be walking around her. Yes, that is huge. Wondering where Karula's made her way to, having her skill stolen. She had a bit of a full belly, but nothing, nothing too much. What did you see? Okay, there's a daker. Apparently there's another daker not too far that Induna is looking at. Sure, look at that intent, eh? Oh, there it is. Okay. Daker has no idea that There is a leopard here. Let's see if he tries something. I wonder if he will. He's got one duiker in the tree. He's had a good feed for the past couple of days. Would he try another one? That is the question. To kill or not to kill? That is the question. Okay. Hello Ursula. And Ursula's just has noticed the quick breathing lion and leopard. Well Ursula, it's just been the fact that we've seen the past lions and leopards have all been on kills, and of course when predators have eaten and engorged themselves, stomachs put so much pressure on the lungs that breathing becomes shallow and rapid. So generally it's not the case. So it's just when they've completely got full bellies, this is what happens. And we've just been quite lucky that we've seen lions on kills and leopards on kills of late. So this is not usual. Their breathing is normal as per anything else. The duiker is coming a little bit closer. Indeed, it doesn't seem to be too phased here. Well, we were going to stay for another couple of minutes, but since there is a duiker in the area, we're going to stick around for a bit more. And see if this duiker is unobservant and walks straight this way. Alright. So Mark, what does she want to know? I didn't hear what animal that is. Hello Victoria. And Victoria wanted to know about the ostrich. Anyone seen it? No, no one has seen the ostrich. The very next day, I went to go have a look because we saw it heading down into the drainage line from Philemon's cut line, the Philemon's dip area. That was the last time it was seen. Subsequently, didn't see any tracks anywhere. We don't know, Victoria. We have no idea. Yeah, I was really hoping that that ostrich would get out, because two were seen the day before that they were seen here, and we saw one, and no tracks were seen heading out. So of course they can. It's quite easy for us to miss the tracks along the game path somewhere. Who knows? But no, we don't know where it is. No one's said they've seen another ostrich anywhere. We certainly do hope she survives and manages to move back towards the Kruger where she came from. Well, looks like the Dacre has moved off. We are alone here in the sighting. Yeah, it's always a difficult thing to try and predict what you're going to see on drive, and we could leave Induna here and see nothing for the next 2 hours, or we can leave Induna and see some amazing things. So it's always a gamble. I always say a safari is like a box of chocolates, an assortment of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Of course, that's if there's no label underneath. But yeah, you never know. You never know. No two drives are the same. That area that Ephraim was in, it looks like there's a nice. You won't be able to see his head very much there. Should we try that side? See if we can get a different angle on him. The lions are still there. They've just pulled the buffalo somewhere underneath the bush. But apparently there's a female with a couple cubs. By the sounds of things on their size, sounds like they're about maybe 4 months old, 4 to 6 months old. A very beautiful part of the drainage line here. Got a Gondinia in front of us, we've got a Robusta. Now you can see a bit more of the kill. Yeah, there's very little left here. Some nice trees, some very big trees around us. Very, very beautiful. Doesn't look like there's anything going to be happening here. Now you can really see that belly heaving quite a bit from filling it with Dacre. And if it were hot, that breathing would be even more rapid, trying to cool himself down. Because as the body is as the body is digesting this food, it tends to draw a lot of energy, and the body tends to get a little bit warmer. And then this panting helps with the cooling of the body as well. I'm just watching his stomach. Look at that, eh? And watching his neck just below his ear, sort of down. His stomach goes up, and what looks like the prominent, possibly jugular on the side of it, I can actually see it going up and down, pumping. Look at that. It looks like the jugular. I don't know what else it would be. What are you looking at, Nduna? Also something I've just noticed now, look at that huge black patch on his jawline. It's something that I've just noticed on him now. That should be quite a distinctive marking. It's part of his gape, his mouth. Folks, just to remind you, we are coming to you live from the Sabi Sands in South Africa. and you're watching Safari TV live. We have Induna sitting here below his kill that he's made, a Dacre kill. My name is Jared with Catherine on camera and Mark in final control. If you have any further questions for us as we sit here with this amazing cat, please send them through to finalcontrol@safari.tv. Very overcast day here, but it does feel like it's clearing somewhat. Felt like it was about to rain this morning, but it seems to have cleared a little bit. So no rain for drive, hopefully. It's always, we can always come back here towards the end of drive to finish off, and just for the last few minutes, if we so desire. As I say, I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. So we will leave him for now and see if we can head on out and see if we can find something else for the morning. Thank you very much. That was awesome of you. Easy to do a 20-point turn up here in the middle of the drainage line. Big holes and trees everywhere. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Mark. Hi there, Len. Len is asking, do we have any endangered animals, or animals that are on the endangered species list? And would we do anything if we came across an instance, I guess, to save one? Yeah, it is a tough one, Len, because, you know, where do you draw the line, I guess? That would be the particular person's morals and beliefs and what have you. We do have species that are on the endangered species list. Cheetah, wild dog. We do find antelope species like the sable not too far from here. Yeah, it's a difficult one. You know, if you see a cheetah that is walking alone and suddenly it's, you know, you see a lion or a leopard or something that could potentially kill it, do you intervene and stop this from happening? Personally, I would not intervene. It's a very difficult call. And like I say, it's a personal thing. If some people might feel that they're obliged to do so, I would not intervene. I would let nature take its course. I've seen it happen before with lions hunting sable antelope, a herd of sable antelope, and I've seen lions feeding on sable antelope. So yeah, personally, I believe that you've got to let nature take its course, and we're not here to intervene. We're here as voyeurs, as here to just observe. You know, if you start intervening with one, then you've got to do this with everything. Station's leaving the Madora Ingwe open lock, still Lalapanzi same position. I'm going to go up to the north first, see if we can find that rhino. Take Central Road all the way to Cheetah Cut Line, come up Cheetah Cut Line, and then you see Karula's tracks. Copy that. If can I come and give you a hand for that Mkombe? I'll do Cheetah Cut Line and take pipeline. If I can come and give you a hand for that Mkombe. Okay, copy, thanks. Ryan, the run is really costing to talk to. So Mark, who was that from? Hello Sabrina. Sabrina just wondering, we're going to go this way. We're just wondering about the fact that we've spoken about having a firearm in previous work. Is this unofficial or with Sabrina being part of a guide and having guests? That's a big part of it. You see, we don't carry rifles because we don't have any guests with us. But yeah, as a guide, rifle training is it's quite a big part of training. You cannot qualify as a guide until you are certified to carry a rifle and use a rifle. Yeah, it's something that often stops a lot of guides from qualifying. I've seen it happen where even the most intelligent of students pick up a rifle, and it's an intimidating thing. You know, if you've never shot something of that caliber before. I mean, you're looking at decent sized calibers here, minimum of a 375, going all the way up to what we had at Singita Kruger. We had 458 expresses. An express load is loaded with a bigger grain bullet, and it's an intimidating thing to be able to shoot and handle on a daily basis. And no matter how good a guide you are, if you cannot use a rifle and have a rifle safely, you cannot qualify. And there's a lot of emphasis put on it, especially in Big 5 areas. You are not allowed to guide without a rifle in Big 5 areas with guests. Male leopard. This is Mishu. Mishu, there we go. Mishu has been spotted. Mishu has been spotted. He is just off Elephant Skull. Close to Twin Dams Road. So, shall we go and have a look and see what Mishu is up to, since we haven't seen him for a few days now? I'm on Drakensberg Drive at the moment. We'll get onto Mamba Road, and, go onto Twin Dams Road. It'll take us all onto Twin Dams Road and then to Elephant Skull. So yeah, Sabrina, it's something that a rifle is something that is of huge importance out here, and you cannot get off the vehicle, walk with guests without a rifle. Yeah, Andrew, I'm on Mamba Road. I'll make my way towards that area slowly. Should be there in about 10 minutes or so. Oh, we could get a second leopard sighting for the morning. If he doesn't move. Yeah, part of, while I was an instructor, wildlife instructor, part of one of the syllabus that I was responsible for training the students was rifle handling. Yeah, it was quite big. I wasn't in charge of assessing. I'm not an assessor for any of the rifle training, but I had to train the guys in how to, in all the bits and pieces of a rifle and ballistics and the laws and regulations in carrying a rifle. And it's pretty strict. It is pretty strict. There's some new laws that came out, and man, it's not easy. You've got to go through a few different tests. You've got to
go through what it used to be called POSLEC, is now called SAST, where it's an NQF national qualification. You've got to go basically to whichever area that you're in, the shooting range, and be assessed on, and you can get an NQF either on a handgun, a shotgun, or a rifle. And you've got to go and shoot an A3 sized piece of paper and have decent enough scores to be able to see that you can handle a rifle or whatever it is that you're going for. Once you've got your certificate, then you are allowed to go into your reserve or the area. Each area has got its own qualification. Here in Kruger is different to in the northwest. The northwest, they have different distances, different times. Here in the Kruger, the times are a little bit quicker than anywhere else. So if you want to guide in a particular area, you've got to go and do that particular area's qualification. If you move areas, you've got to redo that qualification. There are 7 exams, practical exams, exercises, shall we say, that you've got to do to qualify for here in the Kruger. The first one, of course, is an inspection check on your rifle. Because when a lodge hands you a rifle, the lodge owns that rifle, but you are allowed to use it. And the first inspection that the range master has is he checks your rifle, and he checks everything from the stock screws. He removes the bolt, magazine, the spring, everything. And if there's too much oil down the barrel, fail. If one of the stock screws can be turned 1/8 of a revolution, you fail. So and then even if you fail that first test, you cannot do any of the other exercises. The next exercise is a blindfolded loading and ready exercise. Blindfolds you. You've got 3 rounds in your. I can smell that video. You've got 3 rounds, or it depends on what your magazine can hold. But if your magazine holds 5 or 3, we had a 3-round magazine. You load, take them out of your belt, put them 3 rounds, load, and wait. That's your second exercise, and then it goes from there, from your distance and shooting exercises. Beautiful bull giraffe here. Standing watching us here. Looks like he's going to move as he feeds. He's going into some thick bush here. Alrighty, large herd of buffalo come down to Gowrie Dam. Which is the quickest way. Large herd of buffalo, so things are picking up quite a bit. There was a rhino spotted that made its way through the Torchwood. Large herd of buffalo, Gowrie Dam. So I'm going to come down for a drink. Even in temperatures like this, where it's not temperature related that they're going to drink, just because they are grazers and there's not much moisture left in the grass, they've got to drink every day. And if it's that same large herd that we've been seeing, that we saw at Buffelshoek Dam the day before yesterday. Going on the southern side of the road. About a 2 month old. Henry, come back. Yeah, I've just turned on to Elephant Skull from Twin Dams Road. How far from Twin Dams Road is that, my daughter Ingrid?
Yeah, if you drive to that first corner with the mud mountain. That's just look to your western side, southwest, go on by Lalapan.
Thank you. Southwest. Oh, there he is. Wow, look at that camouflage. Okay, copy that, Henry. Thanks very much. I've just located him. Thank you. Okay, what's the best way to get to see him? He's on the other side. Not an easy one. Not an easy one at all. Gee whiz, that camouflage is spectacular. We've got this acacia in front of us. If we weren't there, then we could go. See him from a distance here, folks, unfortunately. Okay, he's just, yeah. Look at that. There we go. There's Mishu. There's no ways we can get any closer here. No ways we can get closer. No, I can't see. That's going to stop us there. He's on the southern side of the drainage line and it's not accessible. So this is Mishu. I can't remember who was asking where Mishu is, but there we go. We now know where Mishu is. He's doing well. We can try there to get, but I don't know. It might be too low, that branch, huh? This branch. We'll try and give it a try. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and give this a shot. It's just one branch that's hanging low that we're just going to have to move around us. We're going to try and give it a go. This branch over here. Apparently there are a good couple of hundred buffalo at the dam. We'll go after, if we're not successful getting in here, we'll view Mishu from a distance, and not going to work, eh? Too much. Too much. Try and find another access point. Try my best here, folks. I will try. What does this look like? Looks like already a pathway that's been made here. Ah, I remember this place. I remember the first couple of days that there's a fallen tree in our way. First few days that I got here, there was apparently a hill just in this not gonna be able to get there. Alright. We're back on the gun there. So doesn't look like we're going to be able to get in there, folks. There's a fallen tree right. We would have had a perfect pathway to get there. So unfortunately not great visual on him. Apparently there's a lot of buffalo at the dam. You can go and have a look. Leaving this, my daughter Ingrid still lullabies in the same position. Oh, that's two different leopards in one morning. That's fantastic. And Mishu has placed himself really well to be able to stay with vehicles far from him. It doesn't look like that area is accessible from any angle. From the south, from the north, from the east and west. The drainage line is too steep from the west. The east has got a tree across the whole drainage line, so it's not going to work there. And the visual that we had from the northern side bank is about the only visual that you can get, and it's quite far. And just like in Duna, he's sitting in a nice warm spot. Doesn't look like he's going to move anytime soon. But at least we know where he is. Stations, I'd like to make my way to that position, Gary Dam. Then how many vehicles in that position, please?
Yeah, okay, look.
Copy that. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's not English, just off Elephant Skull. That's affirmative. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to get to because he's on the southern side of the drainage line, but visual is about 5 out of 5, but from a distance. Okay. Confirm, any stations can confirm if you please which Flamen Gala that is up in the north on that Nyachi Baba. Getting anything? Marlene's just asking if we can try and ask the other guys which lioness that is up in the north. I've asked, but no one's answering. Just getting clicks on the radio at this stage, Marlene. If I hear anything, I'll certainly update you. But certainly haven't heard. I mean, they've had that buffalo kill now since yesterday morning, and there still has been no ID of that lioness. Haven't heard. Yeah, I mean, cubs are about what 4 to 6 months old. I don't know. It could be a pride that we don't get to see. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. But I'll keep trying for you, Marlene. Not to worry. We'll keep on trying. Try Andrew coming. Andrew, just a general inquiry. Do you know what Sambian Gala that is up in the north with that Nyati Baba?
Oh yeah, affirmative. That's in Kohoma. Kohoma Party and he's about 3 times there.
Okay, copy that. Thanks a lot, Paul. There we go, Marlene. Andrew, confirm, is that Mafazi Snaggletooth?
No, negative. He's not with them at the moment. He's this form of us.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, Abel, you've got to go in about 50 meters in the drainage line. There's not much Nyama left, but he's just below Makulu Robusta, Acacia Robusta, right at the bottom. You've got to go all the way into the drainage there.
Just wandering around for the different side of the proper place, which means I don't think still around there. We're only staying around there.
Okay, copy. Okay, so apparently it's in Kahuma female prize, and the cubs, they say, are about 3 months old. 3 months old. There are 4 females and 2 cubs, and apparently Snaggletooth is not there. Interesting name for a lion, Snaggletooth. Mark, do you know how she got her name? Yeah. Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, I haven't seen her yet then. Okay, thanks. Mark just updating on why one of the lionesses is called Snaggletooth, with one of her canines that hangs out from one of her lips. Haven't seen her. So Mark's saying he hasn't seen her for so long. So it's the kahunas. Kahuma. Here we go. So we have an ID. Right, we're still on Twin Dams Road and we are heading straight north towards Gowrie Dam. Hopefully those buffalo are still there. The herd of buffalo and obstinance. Now Gowrie Dam is already quite low on water level, and here we're going to have a couple hundred buffalo are going to be bringing that level down just that little bit more. Temperatures are still relatively cool here at Sabi Sands today, and looks like it's going to remain that way for the entire day, which nice weather to stay indoors huddled up. Nice cup of hot chocolate, or as we like to have here in the bush, a cup of chocarula, hot chocolate and amarula. Yummy yummy, wouldn't mind having one. I can see the buffalo even from here. Wow! Woo! Gotta give my shout out my yeehaw! Look at this. This is spectacular. How about we go to the damn wall and do it like that? Oh, they're on the damn wall. Okay. Let's go down to the water's edge. This is truly something. One station with that Mokulu Sambi Nyati Gowrie Dam. And they go all the way out to Central Road. Look at this. Look at this. Oh wow, I need to handle traffic. How about this huge herd of buffalo have just come down to Gowrie Dam and are going to drink, and as Mark said earlier, possibly drink the dams dry at the moment. Looks like at least a couple of hundred buffalo. Sure. This is, oh, look at that cow. Wow, look at her horns. There's a, looks like a cow that her horns are unbelievably deep. Just that one with that's drinking milk. In the middle of the picture now. Look at her horns. When she looks up, you just see how deep and how wide. Wow. She looks pregnant. She's got a very, very swollen belly and quite high up. And I was really hoping that when we saw this large herd around Buffelshoek Dam the other day, we did see a couple of injured buffalo, looked like from lion, and I was really hoping that lions would be following. We might get to see some lion on Western Gowrie again. But the Styx Pride and the Kahuma males haven't been seen since they left the buffalo herd, and since that commotion around the dam here the day after they left the buffalo carcass on Weaver's Nest. Oh, look at that one. There's a buffalo that's caught one of the buffalo's legs. No man, let his leg go. Oh, he's just got it, he's just managed to release it. While managing to sort of battle it out a little bit, one of the legs of the buffalo got caught in the hook of the horn of another one. This looks very odd. This is fantastic stuff. Absolutely. Why I'm hoping that lions will follow is because of the scent and the sound that a huge herd of buffalo like this gives off. With buffaloes being bulk grazers, they tend to defecate quite a bit, leaving this trail of defecation. You can almost follow it from the air. A picture of this deep horn female. Wow. Come and look at me, girl. And she's moving away now. lot of them are sparring. There's a lot of little cliques of males here that are sparring, just tussling. Nothing serious though, nothing too serious, but I'm looking everywhere and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups that are busy sparring at the moment. The cow, no. Just hear the oxpeckers. This would be a good time now to look for the yellow-billed oxpecker.